Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So I'm going to show you today how to put the new pattern, ta-da, on behind and trace it and in the right place. And we'll see how long that takes, and we'll see if we can get a little head start, maybe stitching this flower, maybe. We'll see. So it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Last night we went to Prezzo because we have the taste card. Apparently, like right before Christmas, they were doing the taste card for like 20 pounds or something. And so my mother-in-law got David and I a taste card for this year. And for those of you who aren't sure what a taste card is, it's like a card put out by Marks and Spencer, I believe, or at least I know you can buy it from there. And you get, sometimes it's 2 for 1, sometimes it's a percentage off, but it's at different restaurants and cafes and movie theaters and entertainment places all around England. So last night we went to Prezzo, and it was 2 for 1 on everything. So it's like buy a meal, get a meal free, or buy an appetizer, get an appetizer free, or buy dessert, get a dessert free. So we basically had half off our entire bill. And then we went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody because the movie tickets I think they were half off as well. So that was fun. Right, so I'm going to get right into it. You can see it goes just like that. Yeah? So I'm going to buckle down, get to tracing. Is anyone doing anything fun tonight for Valentine's? We tend to not ever go out on Valentine's Day. We normally go like before or after, or just get like some wine and watch a film at home or something like that. I don't know, I'm not real fussed about it. It's like not my favorite holiday, to be fair. Yeah, that's right. This is already turned a little bit, I can tell from where I traced it. Oh, Stitches by Meg watched Wreck-It Ralph 2 and had wine with dinner. Was it good, Wreck-It Ralph 2? I thought the first one was quite cute. We saw an advert for, like in the theater, for, what was it called? It's like the King Arthur movie about the kid who like pulled out King Arthur's sword. My string is behind right here, so I can't see very well. And I thought that was going to be really cute. There were some really sad, like, advertisements, like, from the cinema. Because we went to a View cinema. And they had, like, a lot of things about cancer and, like, a lot of things about, like, Macmillan Cancer Center and, like, cancer support, which is great. But, like, David's dad passed away from cancer. And we were just a bit like, okay, maybe we could not, like, have this before we're about to, like, watch a fun film. Just gonna make this a little bit more round. And for those of you who maybe haven't figured it out and don't know what these are, that's fine. But we will go back and, like, make sure that, like, all of them touch this thing here. So when we go and do this next week, we will go back and kind of make all of these lines touch this curved line here. You make it look so easy. I tried and failed. Had to get out the light box. You know what? You do you, though. Like, this is how, so before I bought an iPad, I hand drew every single one of my patterns out and either put them up against the window this way. I don't have a hoop that doesn't have anything on it right now, so I can't show you, like, how I would do it, but I would tape this to the window, tape this pattern that I've cut out already, tape it to the window so I could see through, and then put the hoop on the flat side on the window, trace it all out, and then take the fabric out, flip it around the other way, re-hoop it all again. And oh, that was such a pain. So then I decided that I would cut it out again and stick it behind. You just have to make sure it's a little bit smaller. So if you notice, I kind of had to move my pattern around a little bit because the inside of your hoop is a little bit smaller than the outside. So I had to make this a little bit smaller. And push it up through the back like that so you can see. So yeah, that's how I used to do every single one. So for example, if you wanted this design, but like in a smaller size, I would either have to take a picture on my phone and then transfer it to my computer and then play with the printing settings so that I could get it in the right size. It's such a pain. But hey ho, the iPad makes it so much easier because now you can, like, size them all and do it really quickly. So yeah, so that's all for transferring. Initially, that's really all I had for today because we've already done all of the rest of the pattern, but last week's pattern. But what I might do, because that was only like 5 minutes, I might, let's just do the satin stitch for this one right here. What do you guys think about that? And that will be quite nice to be able to do. So let me get my hoop stand, because I think this is a bit too far to be stitching for you to actually see what's going on. So let me get my hoop stand, and I'm just gonna go for it. It won't take very long anyways. So we're going to do this one right here in a satin stitch. If you notice, this part, I'll use the red one so that you can see. This part here, all your stitches are going to go in this kind of a direction. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Can't really hear it anyways, but I don't want Instagram to cut it off. So think about all of your stitches, kind of, there's more space at the top than there is at the bottom, which means that some of your stitches won't go all the way to the bottom. Okay? So if you need to, you can go and put all these lines in. I'm just doing it so it's easier for you to see what I'm talking about. So I like to put one in the tip, down the middle, and then a couple kind of over to the side. So I want all of them to go down and into this little point here, like that. Good morning. No, I already used that color. I think I'm gonna do a blue, a dark blue. I'm gonna use all 6 strands. Good morning, good morning. The fucking chicken is out again. Right, so I'm gonna start at the very tip like this and make one all the way down to the end. So you can do it 2 ways. You can either start here, so not all the way at the bottom, but kind of, you made it far alive, or kind of down here, or you can come all the way back up. Either way is fine. For this, I'm going to show you mostly going from the top down so that you can see exactly what I mean. So this one, we're not going to go all the way down. So notice the first one, I went all the way down to this line here. We're going to come to about here. And I like to do the same on the other side. And then the next one will go all the way down. So by not putting the thread all the way down every time, you're gonna make it so that all the stitches will fit, because if you look, it's like a fan, which means there's more space on the outside than there is on the inside for your thread to go. And to be honest, I don't normally do back and forth like this, meaning one side, then the other side, then the other side. Normally I'll go down the middle and then completely fill one side and then go back and completely fill the other. But sometimes it helps for symmetry. Okay, so now I'm gonna just do this other side completely so you can see what I mean. So this one, I'm gonna go not all the way down, but almost. All the way. And don't be scared to go through the same hole down here. So they don't always have to lay right next to each other. So some of the satin stitches, they should be completely parallel, meaning here, then here, then here, then here, then here. They should never kind of turn like this. But for this one, we will make them turn. And like, it's not really, there's no formula or anything like that. It's meaning like all the way down, halfway down, all the way down, 3/4 of the way down. Like there's nothing like that. So you just kind of have to feel out the stitches and feel where they need to go so that you can keep that fan look. So for this one, I'm gonna go down the middle because that's what's easiest for me. Oh, my mom's just joined. She must be up early. Too early. Then we'll go back and fill in this space here. So I'll probably have to go and put another stitch here because you can see there's space in between. 2 a.m. Oh my God. You guys are nuts. So like as you do it, it does get quicker. insomnia. Oh my God, I bet. And then I'll come back and do the same on this side. And that's it for one side. So now I'll go back and do the same thing on the other side. So again, I'm doing not all the way down. So when I say not all the way down, I don't mean halfway, because if I went halfway, you would see the thread still. You want them to blend in. If I get the big one, the sword, you want them to blend in down here. So you want them to all look like they're kind of all coming out from the same point. So you don't want to see a thread that stops right in the middle. You want to go almost all the way down. So if you see there's only a very little space between going all the way down and stopping here, there's just a very small space. But you want to keep that. And you can tuck some threads in too. So like this one, I'm going to go almost to the same hole as the one kind of two times ago. And then I'll go down the middle. Again, this is just what helps me when I go down the middle to know how many stitches I need on each side. So if I were to just start here, I feel like I would either run out of room or it won't have that kind of effect where they're all going down to a point. And you can always go back and add more stitches. So don't feel like I have one shot to get this right. Oh my God. And I'm almost finished. Do you have any questions about this one? I know yesterday I said that we would just be transferring it, but I feel like I need to do some stitching, you know? There we go. There she is. So you can see that all of these ones are coming down to the point. Any questions? It is just the satin stitch like we did before on this one, but it's just filling the shapes. So if you've got a shape that's curved like this at the top, but not so much on the bottom, you will have that point where all the threads are coming from. And you want to kind of keep that illusion that they're all coming straight out. Could I have just gone straight across? Yeah, I could have, but it wouldn't have looked as good as this one. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like I just really like it because it looks like they're coming straight out of there. Whereas this one was kind of filling up the shape. Yeah? Right, well that's it, because if I continue, I will get carried away and want to stitch more stuff. So I will leave it with you. I cannot wait to see all of your transfers and how you did your satin stitch. And let me tell you, so many gorgeous photos of these details of the French knots, and some people did just a satin stitch here. So pretty. Like, I'm just blown away every single time. It's just, everything is gorgeous. So there you go. This is what we've got so far. Move my soup cans out the way. Thank you. Be So Crafty says, looking good. McFred74, gorgeous. So yeah, we'll see. I have to figure out color for these ones, these little flowers, because I feel like I've used a lot of color already. And I think you can probably figure out what that is, yeah? Unless it's upside down. All right, well, have a great Valentine's Day. And I will speak with you later. Enjoy your day. Bye.